I was laughing last week. I didn't say nothing, but you were all baked. You're like, on three, 3, 2, 1.
I switch it up every week.
You're like, on 3, 3, 2, 1. I was like,
Got to keep you on
and
your
I knew
toes.
what you meant, but I was just laughing to myself in my head. I was
This
like,
week,
fucking Joseph.
This week I switched it up on you.
Yeah. Got me good. Got me good, man. Man, there might be something to these blunt wraps, tobacco-free blunt wraps. I got another one here. You gotta roll it yourself. I think that one is just, it's the same everything, like same
Show the camera.
same stuff.
I can zoom in on that shit. Just yeah.
It's a Mike Tyson.
Futurola. So Futurola is the brand that he works with. So Futurola makes all the products, and he just kind of throws his name on it, right? But it's approved by him. It's what he uses, right?
It's what he uses, and
So it's not just some cheap marketing thing.
I
Like he
think,
actually uses those.
yeah. And then I think like I said, it's terpene infused with his strand of weed that he makes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a little bit more than just his face to it, because I think he has. I don't know how involved he is with his grow, but
And fucking
it says like he created that strand.
no, but get into it with what you were telling me off the air about the toad.
No, he created this strand of weed, and it's one that he smokes, but he created this strand, and it was so heavy that it reminded him of the frog poison trips that he took,
Yeah.
And so he named the weed the toad, because it reminded him of like when he would trip off of the poison coming off of the frog.
Yeah, supposedly all of his like rejuvenation or renaissance, whatever you want to call it, like his comeback, in the last like 10 years now going, like it's all because he started doing fucking hallucinogens and leveled him out. He's still a lunatic, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like he was really into that. He still is really into that, Talks about it openly. He's on shrooms like all the time. He takes shrooms. He takes mushrooms like every day.
Yeah. Huh. It's crazy. But I noticed just how slow the blunt wrap smoked. It was just like,
No shit.
I don't know what to me it's weird, because what does that mean, really?
It's just well, it doesn't say on there exactly what it is, because it says tobacco free, so it's not a tobacco wraps,
Yeah.
but so it has to be hemp, right?
That's what I was guessing. I'm sure it has to be hemp. I don't think they would use anything else. I think it says plants on online. That's what I
Just says the word plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be anything else either, but I don't know. So what does that mean? I don't know.
Well, what I mean is, like, with that question is because you smoke a regular cone, it smokes right away. But you smoke this, it smokes slow. But it's the same amount of weed. It's just getting consumed slower, you think?
Is there chemicals in there slowing it down?
I don't think it's chemical. I think in my head it's like it's a thicker paper, which I could tell too, because it was it looked thick like a blunt wrap, like a
Okay,
Rillo.
so we'll cross over into a parallel world here. When you smoke a cigar compared to a cigarette, it's a lot slower. You can smoke a cigar for hours.
Yeah. Hours. Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, so I think maybe you just consume it slower, and it just fucks
so
you up more.
did you roll that up yourself, or it came roll? You just packed it like a cone.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one is the roll yourself. Yeah,
I liked
that
it.
other one was just a cone.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I
was
like
good.
it a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah. So
Apples and nanas too.
yeah, harvest weed, man. Super good, super fire. Let's cut to the chase, man. You got air conditioning or what?
No.
No?
No. I don't, bro.
Is that a sore spot right now?
Yeah, I didn't even want to get into it. People want to hear me bitch about the AC.
Okay.
You get an update when it's fixed.
But it's not running right now.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Fucking.
All right.
It was over the weekend. Today's Monday. Didn't even say what day it is. May the
Oh, sure, yeah.
22nd. Monday.
So we're only 5 days since the last story then.
Hasn't been that long.
5 days, yeah. Because it was Wednesday.
Yeah, and then I had to work you know, through the weekend and shit, and then this Monday today. So after I finish recording this, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You might go hunt down Jose.
Jose, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my sliding glass door open, be sitting there.
You think he smokes bud?
Huh?
You think he smokes bud? How about this? How about you get him a 6-pack, you know, and you put it in a brown paper sack, no, and you roll up on him and be like, "Hey, dog, my shit's fucking up here.
Bud Light?
Can you fucking or whatever the fuck, whatever you old Milwaukee. I don't. It don't matter, bro. Just get him a 6er.
Get him a
And
6er.
go find him off in the corner and be like, "Hey, dog, here." Be like, "Hey, my shit's all fucked up, bro. You said it was good.
I need doors,
Be
man.
like, you said it was good and it ain't. Here's a 6-pack." Be like, go hit it
This
up.
2 weeks
dog.
ago, Jose. Ah, fuck.
Just hit him with the 6er.
So now I gotta
Or go buy him one of them $5 shit grams at High Desert.
Yeah.
And then be like, "Jose."
But like this 30% Skywalker.
Yeah, with no crystals on it.
There's no crystal, it's 30.
But no. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I ain't gonna be giving him no fucking gifts. You want me to give him gifts?
You catch bees with honey, man. Now what do they say? I don't even
Fuck.
know the saying.
You attract
Yeah.
bees with honey.
Oh shit. You're like, I ain't giving no gifts. I ain't giving no gifts. That's funny, bro. Damn.
I fucking hate bees. Fuck that. No.
Damn.
No, I ain't giving them nothing, man.
Okay.
They're gonna make it right.
All right.
Updated
I just wanted
soon.
to ask because I was just watching the last podcast and we said we'll see this week if it's running.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Yeah. No.
all right.
No update there.
No update.
Just nothing but frustration,
Okay.
sadness.
Well, yeah. It was an interesting weekend at work.
Okay. Lay it on me.
I guess some dude jumped off the fucking balcony.
Tried to suicide himself.
Maybe. Could be. We don't know.
The investigation is still going.
We don't know. We don't know.
I'm looking into it. So when that.
So let me tell you the story.
Well,
Go
hold
ahead.
on. I'm going to preface this.
Okay.
So the first time you showed me around that spot, we walked out there on that balcony, and that was the first thought that came to my mind. Somebody's going to fall right over this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or somebody's going to jump. Somebody's going to throw somebody over this motherfucker. Continue.
Well, since then they put a lot more fencing, so
Did
it's
they
like
add
up
some?
to your forehead.
Oh shit! Okay, I haven't been
Yeah.
there.
So it's literally like up to my forehead.
So it was noticed early on.
Well, yeah. So the deal is though, the real deal is like nobody wants to insure us because of that.
Oh shit!
So that's always been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway,
yeah.
so what day was this? Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
I had come home already. It was like I had come home about 8 and
What time did it happen?
11. Early.
Okay.
That's early in the club night
Yeah.
because usually shit after 12 is when the shit goes down. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
Usually the shit show is could happen early, but
Yeah, some people get
12
a
and
little sloppy
after
early.
12 and after is when usually you're going to hear the craziest of the crazy stories, okay? But it was weird, man, cuz let me tell you, at 1:30 in the morning I woke up to use the restroom. Couldn't get back to sleep, got on the Facebook and I had seen a post from this dude he's a DJ and he said, "Who jumped off a canvas?" or something like was just like that, and with the question mark. And
Yeah.
I was like, he posts so much joking stuff and this and that. I didn't know if it was real or not, you know. And I'm
He's
like,
like, shit was jumping off
I'm
last
like,
night, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's pretty. I don't know how to explain it, but he could be joking or an inside joke or I don't know what was going on. Or I thought maybe something might be serious too, but I was like I said, it was 1:30. I had to be at work at 7, so I was like, I'm not gonna start calling and texting. Nobody's called me or text me anything. You know what I mean? Sometimes when drama happens, like there's been times when like crazy stuff happens and we have to close. So I'll get a call like at 5 a.m. or whatever from the owner that closes the late night owner, and he'll be like, "Hey, we ain't opening, today, whatever," and gives me the scoop. So I didn't get none of that. So I fell back asleep, bro. I'm waking up to a call from one of the owners at 6 a.m. saying that the story's true. Supposedly, and that's all he knows. To what I know, supposedly somebody jumped off of the fucking balcony.
Shit.
So he had missed all the calls because he was asleep.
Yeah.
So he woke up to missed calls from quite a bit of people.
This was yesterday.
A video, even. You know what I mean?
This was yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
And do you know as much as like did the person die?
Do I know right now?
Do you know if well you would have heard if they died?
No, they're not dead. I don't know. As
Okay.
of yesterday, they weren't dead.
Okay.
They were
So that's what is that 3 floors, 2 floors?
three. We're on the third floor. So I guess some kind of it's 11 o'clock Saturday night. Some kind of a scuffle, whatever that means, because I've heard a couple different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is like I don't know if it was crazy like a dude on like what am I trying to say? It might have been gay and it might have been like fighting with his boyfriend kind of thing.
That's fucking funny the way you said that. It might have been gay.
Well, he might have been gay. I might have said that fucked up, but like he might have been gay is what I mean. So I don't know if it was like a man-on-man fist fight thing is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think it might have been like a
You don't think that's
gay
funny?
guy. No,
Okay.
not at all. But whatever's funny is cool though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying like I was trying to like make it like explain just like to tell you like how like it might not have been like a fucking dude and dude getting it. I think it might have been like a fucking gay couple. But that shit could turn into some physical shit too, right? So anyway, it made a big enough scene at the moment, so the security was coming over. Okay, so without getting into a bunch of shit, just right off the bat to tell you like what happened. So security's coming, spooks one of the dudes. He fucking bolts, takes off running towards the patio, bolts out of the patio and jumps over the fucking fence, bro. Like if he thought he was on the first floor, forgot he was on the third floor, kind of thing. I think that's what happened.
All for a fucking fight?
So I think that's what happened. No, so then,
Yeah,
so
I know.
there's more to this. So supposedly, I've heard that this guy has warrants, like murder shit, maybe.
Oh.
Who knows? There's 1,000 stories.
But if that's the case, then he knew he was on the 3rd floor.
How?
If he's wanted for murder, he doesn't give a fuck if he's jumping off the 3rd floor. If he's just in a gay rage, you know, fucking just running out there, didn't want to get in trouble and thought maybe he was a little too drunk and then jumped off thinking he didn't know he was on the 3rd floor. But if you have murder warrants, it don't matter. I mean, you're gonna jump off the fucking parking structure on a moving train if you have to.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But that's all hearsay about what you said about murder
And
warrants.
then I
all
also
that.
heard that it was so crazy that he jumped off and then tried to grab on, and he was holding on, and the hostess
Like undid his hands, like slowly.
ran over and grabbed him, bro, and was trying to hold him, and he fucking.
Damn.
And so then
Let's have the weakest person try to grab him.
So then she bolted.
Where the fuck was security?
She bolted down the stairs and was the first one on the scene, I guess.
It was all conspiracy. She undid his hands when nobody was looking.
Yeah, I don't know.
He fell and she ran down there and she was like, damn, job ain't done. She had some beef with him.
So last I heard, he was like
Critical.
maybe yeah, like fucked up, like almost gonna die, but he was coming out of surgery, and they were hoping his brain was gonna the swelling was gonna come down, I guess. That's last I heard, you know.
Okay.
But there was a shit ton of blood when I got there. But, you know,
Shit ton of blood.
blood.
Oh, blood.
Yeah. Well, there's always a shit ton of blood, but when I got there, there was a shit
like,
ton
what?
of blood. Yeah.
It's like, what? It was in his pockets. It all fell out of his pockets when we hit the ground, or what?
Both.
There was blood everywhere, man.
Yeah. So I seen a little video of the dude after he had pancake, you know, was
From like surveillance cameras around,
no,
or like
just somebody was just up there like you
people
know.
like, man, that's the crazy thing. You see these
Yeah.
crazy fucking videos online, and like everybody's filming it. Nobody's fucking doing nothing to help the person getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Everybody's just there. Fucking.
Well, so it was so bad that the people that helped him, like a couple of the security guards that were right there,
Hopefully they didn't try to like stand him up.
until the No, bro. Like this dude was like they thought he was dead.
Yeah.
So they said he wasn't like conscious, and all
Yeah.
you can hear was this very struggling for breathing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then
Damn, dark day.
the ambulance got there and took him, but then so that's all they knew, right? And so they went home, whatever, and then they came into work when I was about to leave, and they thought he was dead. When I told them he was alive, they were all like in total shock. They're like they couldn't believe it.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
But yeah, so that happened Saturday night. So that was crazy, you know. So, but that's a story. So I don't know, I don't know why the fuck this dude jumped off, bro. You know. So like in my head, honestly, like that's the only thing I could think of is that like in that split second, and you know, I spent a lot of time drunk to where there was times where I've blacked out, bro. But like maybe somehow at that fucking second he thought he forgot he was on the third floor. That's all I could fucking think of, bro. And he thought he was jumping a fence. And then especially if he tried to catch himself after he fucking jumped.
So okay, so say the railing is about as high as this table, right? Like what's the
So the
gap?
railing's at least to your waist.
So a little bit higher than this table.
Probably like to here, the regular railing.
The original railing. So
railing
like
is probably to here.
what's the gap between the ceiling and the extension? How there's room for somebody to get up and over that?
Well, it's the...
Or how high?
It wraps around. There's no roof on you.
Oh.
The wraparound patio. So, but this is what happened. Is that so the thing's up to here, and then they put an extension foot and put another pole.
Oh,
so there's
so
a gap like this, and I think he went through that gap. Like dove through the fucking gap, dog.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Why didn't... If you're going to do that, why don't you just go over it?
Because that's going to take some more effort. I don't know how tall he was, but that would take definitely some more effort.
I don't know.
For instance, if you were just so happens on the first floor, you could get through there quick. That gap's like this. You know what I mean? Like, so that's all I could think of is this dude. Who knows what kind of drugs? I don't know. Maybe no. I'm just saying, like in my head, the way it looked and the way the story goes. Who knows, bro? Maybe he was so drunk and they drove him right up to the third floor and he got out of, you know what I mean? I don't know where his brain was at, but I'm just saying, like, you could be fucked up with all your homies and get in the car in the back seat from a bar and then go cruising to another bar. You might not even snap that you drove up the parking structure. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, no. I get it.
But to me, that's kind of
Fucked up.
like the only thing I could come up with because he did it like he was doing it like had no time to think about it. And then if he tried to catch himself after he jumped,
That's fucking high.
it was high.
How do you know? So like catty corner from you guys, there's the old theater, and then that. Do you remember the structure that was attached to the theater? It was a little bit south of the theater. So you'd go south on First.
Yeah.
There was a structure, and that would be for like Tucanos and the movie theater. That's about 3 floors, I think. I think it's about the same height. I heard this story, this crazy story back in the day when I was doing security. I worked with this guy, and he was working security at that parking structure. And this guy was in a fight with his fucking girlfriend, probably some dumb shit, and he jumped off the top intentionally. He jumped off the top of the fucking parking structure, and fucking supposedly when he fucking landed. He landed like fucking legs down, and fucking his fucking legs just fucking all of his leg bones like went.
The motherfucking leg bones. You hear the fucking leg bones, man.
All the leg bones came up into his body and like severed all of his fucking some like Mortal Kombat type shit.
Holy shit.
Fucking severed
You
all
walk
of his
down
shit.
there, there's just a body fucking like standing up. You know, imagine like the waist is just on the fucking ground and it's just a body fucking just straight up.
And like supposedly it, like all the leg bones
And just blood's just fucking coming out like his shoulders. Like,
Yeah. Mortal Kombat
you
shit.
said, yeah, that's what that reminded me.
So that's 3 stories.
That's a fucking crazy story, Joe. That is vivid.
Mine's a
that
crazy
is vivid,
story,
my friend.
Yours is sad as fuck.
Yeah, but Yours is just fucking. See, I could play around with yours because fucking. It's just.
I tried playing around
it's-
with yours. You were having none of it.
No,
you're like not. I worked there, dog. I worked there, dog.
That was funny. No, like that's funnier than shit, dude. Holy shit. Fatality. Damn. But
Yeah.
so you want to hear the craziest part on this shit?
Huh.
So say you're on the balcony and you were looking across Central at the fucking clock at the fucking bus station. That's like where he fucking right? But here's the crazy part. When he jumped, they said that there was a line wrapped around the fucking building, bro, like that. So there's the line like this, look. And then that guy jumped like right there. So whaka, bro, and the line's just like fucking. That's the crazy, you know? Imagine just chilling in line. You're like, we're gonna get in this club.
It's party
You're
time.
like half drunk already,
It's
you know?
party
Fucking-
time. It's fucking Splat, Departed style.
And then you want to hear the crazy part. So so that
That's
happens
it.
downstairs. So
Yeah.
now the issue's like kind of down there, right? But
Yeah.
some crazy ass drunk girls coming down right when the cops got there said some fuckers threw them off. And so right at that moment, APD rolls up all in canvas and fucking shuts the whole fucking thing down at 11 o'clock. And then they review the tapes, but the landlord wouldn't answer his phone right away. Because Jesus is like, what the fuck? Like, what do you, what like, because that's 15G, you know, they make, but, or whatever, 10G, I don't fucking know. But,
Yeah.
so they're telling whatever, we got to shut this down. And because the girls say they threw them off. And then like an hour later, after they make them shut us down, the landlord answers the phone and fucking releases the tapes to the cops right away. And it's deemed an accident. Boom.
Yeah. Did they hold everybody there?
No, not like that. No, that's how I knew the guy probably didn't die yet because when other people have gotten killed and shit there, they hold everybody. Everybody has to give fucking statements. The fucking even when I get there, shit's still going on.
In the morning.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. When other people die there, jeez. So imagine if the line would have crowd surfed him. Fucking, he just landed in the crowd's like, yeah, and they crowd surfed him, and then he escaped. To
Weekend at
save-
Bernie's?
Yeah. No.
Weekend at Bernie's, bro?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The crowd.
Oh,
the
Ken
line.
caught
the
him?
line. The line.
Caught him?
The line. They're like, oh, and he's like, yeah.
like pick him up.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm out of here.
Like
He's like,
after he fucking,
no.
That sounds like we kidnapped Bernie's or what the fuck, Joseph?
No, bro.
Just have him.
My shit's dark. Look at this shit. Oh, bro.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? That's where your head went. I was talking about the line
You're
crowd
like,
serving.
crowd serving? I'm just like,
Fuck, bro. That's too fucking much. That's hilarious, bro. No, that's Weekend at Bernie's reference. That's a good one.
yeah.
I didn't even think
No,
of it like
so-
that. That's fucking hilarious.
That's a reference in the club when, say like you're with your homie and you know how you have that homie sometimes and he's just once he has too many drinks he's gonna get knocked the fuck out probably by somebody.
Most likely.
Kind of reminds me of Steven. But anyway, that's a reference in the club. So like when your homie gets knocked the fuck out and you gotta grab him and fucking
Weekend at Bernie's ass.
yeah, you're walking out to get him to the car because he was acting a fool. But yeah, damn, bro.
Yeah, that's sad, bro. Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully makes
that's too much.
recovery.
And you want to hear the craziest part? So that happens, right? And then when I got to work already, like to check it all out, like 7,
Yeah.
by 8 o'clock, right there on First and Central, they were filming an Amazon fucking show.
No shit. Fucking murder investigation. Or not murder, but accidental
Crazy shit,
death
yeah.
investigation right across the street.
Yeah.
They're like, we can use that set piece.
Yeah, they're like,
Use that caution tape.
don't clean the blood, man. It's crazy, bro.
That's real blood.
Yeah,
Eesh. That's
So-
insensitive.
yeah, that is insensitive. But crazy, dog. Yeah, crazy.
Oh.
But that happened. That shit happened.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
People,
sir.
I don't know, man. People are crazy.
Bro, changing it up though, man.
Yeah.
Last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh shit. Okay.
XD.
XD at the 24. Lay
With
it
the
on me.
24.
Don't spoil it, but
I'm just gonna tell you one thing.
yeah.
This is the fucking dopest shit
No
ever,
shit.
bro.
No
fucking
shit.
ever.
I've been looking for a flick to watch
It's
this
2.5
week.
hours long.
Like
It
that.
fucking like nothing, bro. So
So-
fucking badass, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
I want to go again.
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go watch
Dude,
it for sure.
you know what makes it so badass?
Yeah.
This is what makes it so fucking badass. Like at this point where they're at in their lives, and this where in the movie's place, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't fuck with these motherfuckers, bro. They're gonna fuck you up. Period. Like if you fucking look at one of them wrong, you're gonna get fucked up by all of them. That's just what I'm gonna say, bro.
Fuck
Like
yeah. GOTG.
it's fucking bad as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Nah.
You don't fuck with those guardians though. Straight the fuck up, bro.
Man, I just remember how much I loved the first two, but then like for whatever reason, you might feel like this. I feel like they were in a bunch of other movies, right? Their characters, and I think it fucked up their characters because they were kind of different than what they were in the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And then they're in Thor, and then they're in all this other shit. I liked them in the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, though they were good in that. But like I'm talking about like all their little cameos. I think it fucks up the characters, you know? Like you see them too much, and it's out of context, and it's like they force it, you know? Because they got to put everybody together.
I think I don't watch a lot of that shit.
You've
I don't
seen
really-
more of them than I have. Like you've seen the Doctor Strange, haven't you? And you saw the fucking.
Are they in there?
They're in fucking. I don't know. They probably are.
No, they're not in the Strange
Excuse
movies.
me. Cameos
They're not in the
everywhere.
Strange movies.
Anyway, but I feel like
And then the new Thor, have you seen it? They're in it for like 2 minutes. Like they're not like they in the previews they make it seem like they were a part of the movie.
Yeah.
It's literally at the start they're like literally there for like 2 minutes.
see like that. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like
But,
we don't like. But anyway, no, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow probably.
It's the fucking dope
because
shit.
I was just skeptical because Marvel's been putting out a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about the past. I don't know anything about nothing. But that you go see that fucking movie and it's so fucking dope. And you think Evil Dead grabbed you from the start, bro? This motherfucker grabs you
Yeah.
from the fucking start, and you're just like it's just fucking mind fucking blowing, bro. This movie's bad as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Watch that shit this
And
week.
I've heard like people say, oh, it's a tearjerker, oh, la la la, and I heard so many different things
Did you cry?
that I'm not even gonna say.
Did you cry?
No,
All right.
not on that one. You know, like I didn't get nothing that was gonna make. Actually, well, so yeah, there's parts that are probably like the end, just because their camaraderie is so strong, bro. Like fucking,
And this is like the last
it's
time.
sick as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And you were right about Gamora,
Yeah.
but I don't even know how you knew that.
Because I've seen the shit.
I never seen nothing, so maybe that's why. Like I'm saying, like how you're talking about cameos.
This
and
is
shit.
old. I haven't
I
seen
don't
a
know
lot of the
about
new
none of
shit.
that
I haven't
shit.
seen a lot of the new shit, but that was that.
I wonder what movie that was.
That
in.
was in the Avengers, the Endgame and Infinity Wars. So Infinity Wars and then Endgame was the back-to-back Avengers like big fucking finale. It was in that.
You know why I don't even remember those?
because she died in the first Infinity War. She died at the end of Infinity War, and
remember
then
that.
and then they got to bring her, and then they do the time warp, fucking in the second one, and they bring her back, and she like fights with him and shit. She don't know who he is. She's like, "I'll fuck you up." He's like, "I love you." And she's like, "I don't know who you are, motherfucker."
Yeah, you know what, bro? Those movies suck so bad, bro.
Which
Like,
ones?
All those ones, bro. Compared to like this Guardians one, bro. Like that's why I don't even remember them. Like they're painful for me to watch, bro. Like if I'm there for 2 hours and I'm like, fucking this movie, I need to get the fuck out of here. I want to go smoke or I want to go fucking. I can't. My legs are so restless. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I fucking can't even stand this fucking movie no more. My ass is sweating. Like fuck. I'm just like, let's get the fuck out of here. But like, man, bro. This movie's so good, bro.
As good, so because we reference the second one all the time. We talk about it.
Yeah, I did like that one. I was just talking shit now, but like to me,
But no, but like-
in comparison, bro.
But you have to look at it as a trilogy because that's what it is. It's its own thing. Like this wraps up their story
It's so
from the
good
first.
like that, yeah. And it's like they're so tight, and like they're such
Yeah.
a good family now.
Yeah.
And like they have, like I'm not even gonna say nothing, but like
Yeah.
it's just like fuck. It's just like it's really cool what they do with everything, bro. It's really fucking cool.
Can't wait.
Drax. just
Yeah,
the
bad motherfucker.
baddest motherfucker, bro. Like,
Fuck yeah.
just sicker than fuck in the head, you know, like just
Yeah.
wants to fuck you up, like
Yeah.
just don't give a fuck. But yeah, dude, it's such a good movie. Like that's how good it was. I'm just like, bro, I would love to just go see it again. It's bad as fuck,
Fucking
bro.
the Fast movie opened this last week. Fast 10, Fast X.
Fast
X-rated.
73.
Fast 73.
Vin Diesel's on the game.
In his fucking wheelchair, he's like, Nas.
Damn.
I don't know. That's getting kind of weird reviews. I heard a big spoiler about that one.
I watch them, but they're so dumb when you really think about it.
Yeah.
They're like, these guys are streetcar racing criminals. They own a mechanic shop, no? And then now they're like
how it
CIA
started.
agents, like fucking know karate and fucking know how to be burglars and do all kinds of crazy computer
heists.
shit. They're like geniuses and
Yeah.
shit. Like can
Started
break
out-
into fucking safes and fucking just like, what the fuck?
In the first one, that
They're
was
great. The movies, I watch them.
No, but in the first one, all that you just described, all the computer hacking, all that shit, that was that one kid. The one kid, remember, who got shot up in the first one in the front yard.
yeah, but that was when dial-up was internet when they made that one.
Yeah, that was 2001.
Yeah,
It's crazy to
you're
think.
like, he knew all the tech, AJ. You're like, he knew it all.
Windows
dial-up.
95.
Remember that
It's
shit?
2001. 20.
Oh yeah, that's dial-up for sure. 2001, guaranteed. I guarantee. Yeah. What was that?
Satellites.
It's like happening inside your tower.
Yeah,
But what was making that noise? I wonder.
I
It's
love
so
that
weird.
noise.
I wonder what it was.
I miss that noise.
It meant it was
was-
working.
it was-
it meant
yeah,
it was working
yeah,
hard. It was
yeah.
doing some smart shit.
You're like, I'm gonna sit back and listen.
When
to
you
this
heard that noise, you knew
That's-
that computer.
You knew you had to sit back.
The
and listen.
computer was computing.
Yeah.
It was doing something you could never fucking do. You know.
Bro, I remember the first computer we got. It was the most ridiculous fucking piece of shit fucking thing. Like, it was so fucking just, oh, bro. If you wanted, like, you type in a website and literally, like, go do something for, like, 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, go figure it out.
Yeah.
And then just scrolling down like an art, like, oh, brutal. Fucking,
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking awesome how far along that's come. You know, because that wasn't that fucking long ago. Think about that
No,
shit. Think
wasn't that long.
that's
crazy.
a trip, man.
Yeah, the dial-up.
Do you remember working? Do you like your first ever computer classes? I remember.
Oregon Trail.
Well, yeah, no, but even before that, I think I remember going and like they had. I remember in the computer room they always had two separate ones. They always had like a PC and then they had an Apple computer. And there was always they stressed like the difference of them. Like one, they would take the big floppy disks, and then the other one would take a different type. Do you remember that?
No,
I don't know.
I remember the different computers, but like I just remember them at random. I don't remember them being like, sit you down and be like, I have this one and I have this one.
This might have been at the elementary school before I went to
Yeah.
MLK.
Probably so.
Like in
Because I remember what
this
you're
was
saying.
super
But it was
young.
kind of at random. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I go to this room, it'd be like what you're saying, this
Yeah.
one, or then you go to this room. Or like sometimes the teachers would have different ones in the rooms, and then you go to the nice computer fucking room,
and it was a
they had,
totally
like,
different setup.
They had like 12 nice ones, you know. That
You're like, I'm fucking
got-
6 years old.
you
I'm
got
too
to
young
use
to.
them once a week.
I'm too young to fucking. Gotta use this one this way. Gotta use this
remember
one
when
that way.
I remember that happened when those colored Apple ones came out. I remember in the back, and it was like if you had that fucker, like
Yeah.
you were high tech, and you know what I mean.
High tech. They even had the laptops that had the same clear fucking the cover on top too.
But I do remember the separations of the computers. Then I guess because that's how they would be. They'd be like, we have this fucking nice one, and then we have this regular one.
They're like, there's two different ways to save. On this one, you got to save as.
How
On this
crazy?
one,
How crazy was it that we used to have typing classes like fuck? Remember the electives like at Lincoln where they would put blankets all over the motherfucker?
Bro, I
and then
remember
you would have to
taking-
memorize it.
I
and be
remember
like-
taking a typing class as late as like ninth grade at Rio Rancho High School.
And you used to have to look at the book, and it would be
Yeah.
like JPK, whatever, the alphabet.
Yeah.
They would put a blanket all over the whole fucking thing, and then you would have to fucking type it in a certain amount of minutes, and then they would grade you
Yeah,
on if
yeah.
it was fucking correct. I remember.
How did you feel about that?
I
'Cause
always failed it. I was
I-
like, fuck this shit.
I remember always being stressed about it when, like, I remember that feeling of
Yeah.
being stressed the fuck
I
out.
could remember the bitch fucking teacher, Miss Matuzak, meaner than
Oh,
fuck.
Matuzak.
Remember her?
No, I never had her, but the
mean
name,
as
the name sounds
fuck.
familiar.
Meaner than
What
fuck.
grade was this?
Like 7th grade, fucking
Okay.
elective, fucking typing, and she'd put blankets all over the shit. And then you'd be like having, except for nothing but the keyboard, and then it had a special cover so you couldn't see the fucking letters. You had to memorize it. You at that point you would have to memorize everything and get on there and then however many minutes.
Bro, think about this. That's like such a. I mean, I guess that's still a skill, right? I do still see that on some requirements for like jobs. Like if you're looking at like office type jobs, you gotta type 50 words per minute.
Still?
I remember I got up as high as like 30, 32 words per minute, and I was like so happy about that. But it's one of those things that like it disappears, bro. Like I don't type a huge amount for work, you know, but I do type. But I'm pretty fluent. I do make mistakes, you know. It's not like I'm error free, but
I just push the microphone and go, "Hey, what's happening? I'm gonna be there at 7:00." Or like,
Yeah.
I need a case of potatoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. But no, I get it. Sometimes now you still have to write, but it's getting less and less and less.
But think about how they were stressing. There was a whole class dedicated just to typing. Like in their mind,
Hours
in their
hours.
minds back then, that was one of those skills that had to continue, right? It's kind of seems kind of not barbaric, but like just it seems too old. You know what I mean? Like that's like that.
How much time we wasted on that shit.
But like I said, it still is a requirement, so it still has to be taught. You know.
I guess, man. Yeah, I guess.
But to drilling it to that much, like covered keyboards and covered
Do you
screens,
remember that? I remember that.
I remember them covering
Straight the
screens,
fuck
not
up.
keyboards. I
Yeah, it
don't
was
know
a
about-
rubber thing that
I
fit
remember-
right on it, and then so you couldn't see the keys, but like the rubber thing fit every little fucking key. It was a rubber fucking thing to put on the keyboard.
Okay.
Cause you at that point should have already have it memorized on your hands to know where the fucking the J or whatever the letters are. Yes, sir.
I want to say I remember them walking around and telling them eyes fucking on the screen, like you weren't allowed. Like if they saw you looking down, then
No,
they
we
would
had
say
to look
something.
at what we were typing. So we had a book right here.
You know what I remember? Now you said that the book hung over the screen.
Yeah, paper.
Do you remember
can do
that?
that. Yeah, I remember you could put it that way. If you
I remember
wanted
that
to.
one in ninth grade at Rio Rancho High School. The book was made so it hung over the screen, and you just like stared at the
I don't
screen.
remember the book, but I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that having to
Had a
look
little
at
flashback there.
But you're typing what you're looking at. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not like looking at the screen.
Yeah. No, but I think they want you eyes forward. I mean, I don't know. I guess you'd be looking at the side. I don't know.
Yeah. So now you know it all. Now you remember it all. First you didn't remember shit. Now you know the whole thing.
Typing it up.
Oh yeah, Miss
Typing it up.
Matuzak, she was meaner than fuck. I remember.
Matuzak. No, I never.
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar. I never had that.
You know, it must. She was super. Because I remember crazy shit. Like I remember she liked Snoopy, and she had fucking Snoopy all over the fucking place, bro.
Yeah.
Like on her desk, a glass fucking Snoopy, fucking Snoopy.
You hated her. All
Yeah, I
pissed
was
off.
like, oh,
fuck
this
Snoopy.
put me in a bad mood already. Just thinking about that crazy lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's funny now how they say too, like how remember they're like they used to like yell at you because we'd have to know all our times tables and shit. Like,
Oh, that's
what are you
another
gonna
thing.
carry a fucking calculator in your pocket all the time when you're grown?
Yep.
And it's like, who would have thought that we really do now?
Yeah, that's funny.
That's crazy.
That's another thing that used to stress me out was the timetables.
Yeah, they would go pretty hard on that. I remember.
That's kind of important, I guess.
Yeah, that's good to know.
And honestly, as I've gotten like
Basic math
it's
is
super.
good to know.
Well, yeah, of course, but and that is basic math. But you know, it bugs me when I look back on it because like it's actually really fucking simple, you know. But I always like looked at it. I looked at it in a different fucking way when I was that age. It was like
Yeah.
I was looking at like 1,000
I
yard
could see that. Yeah,
football field ahead of you. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how I was like with spelling.
yeah.
I could see that though, like times table, because like it's like, and two, if it's all about a lot of little tricks and things like that too, you know.
Yeah.
But I use a lot of math in my job now that I'm thankful for, figuring out like how much to make.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of math, believe it or not. Like say you have a party, 100 people, you need Alfredo sauce or salsa. How much salsa are you gonna need? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's all a math equation.
Yeah.
3 ounces per person. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And just make the equation. But a lot of people don't even know how to do that. It's crazy. Like, I'll be trying to teach the guys that little part of it. They're just like, I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, or they're like, I've had bosses are like, how do you get it so perfect? Like we feed the party
And you don't have any waste.
No waste, or maybe just just enough, or this or that, or vice versa. Yeah. And they're like, how the fuck do you get it so perfect? And I'm just like, well, I was taught to. This is how you do it, and then it's just you're gonna eat 3 ounces of whatever chips, and you got 100 people. Okay, well that's how many fucking ounces divided by pounds.
So how do you take onto account like somebody like me who comes to that party and loves chips and salsa, and I eat for like 5 or 6 people?
So say it's like for 50 people.
Yeah.
Someone like you, there's gonna be three little old ladies.
Like, yo, fat ass.
There's gonna be 3 little old ladies that aren't gonna eat as much, so it all averages out.
Okay.
And then, like, for instance, though, like if I know that, say it's like I've done parties where like, oh, they're a college football team or something, then you got to just cook double.
Yeah.
But like,
no, these motherfuckers
just normally people are going to average each other out. You're going to have a kid or an old lady. It's not going to eat their full portions. So the grown man, he's going to have a couple ounces more or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's going to average itself out. Okay. But you are correct on that end. Like I said, if sometimes you got to bulk up if you know. Mm-hmm. But on an average, I've never really gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, maths, all that stuff, I guess, is important sometimes. But some of that stuff was just overboard.
Yeah.
Crazy. Technology got us on that one.
I don't know, man. Like at school, like high schools in the UK and like in Europe, like when you get to high school, they start fucking funneling you into like what you're interested in. And like that's all you do. You don't fuck around with nothing else. If you're not interested with anything with science, you don't take no fucking science classes. They fucking they figure out.
How old are you at this point?
Like I'm talking about like the equivalent for us. Their school system is different, but like the equivalent of us getting out of middle school, going into high school, and then they start you on your fucking path that early. Like what your interests are, what you're good at. They start really focusing and paying attention, and like they start you. Like your learning is tailored to that. You know what I mean? I think that's fucking good. Like why waste fucking time? Somebody who's never gonna fucking do anything. They know they're never gonna do anything with science, or they're never gonna do anything with like or if you don't give a fuck about history. You know what I mean? Like I get it. It's good to know, but you know what I mean?
Yes and no, though. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't have enough time to think about that, but. Yeah, I don't know, because it's like I think when you're 15, you don't know what the fuck's best for you.
No, but it's not about like all of that. Like it's they look at what you're good at. Like you're still learning like all the basic shit, but they kind of look at like, man, he's struggling in this. He's really good at this. Let's start kind of tailoring his learning more focused on. You
know what that sounds kind of like communist to me. Sounds like you ever seen Ants? Where like you're a worker ant, or you're a smart ant, or you're a. So we're gonna. Ants. It's a good cartoon. It's an old one. I thought you might Disney? Have seen it. Yeah, it's old as fuck from when we were even kind of young. So.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
So it's kind of like for instance like communist, because it's like, say for instance like you want to be a mechanic. Okay, well, so that's what we're gonna teach you, and that's what you're gonna do. And
but no, but it's not like they're forcing them to do this.
Yeah,
it's I
get it, but it's like a mind fuck almost, kind of like, because it's like.
No, they're trying to not fucking. They're trying to help a person like who doesn't necessarily know what they want to do. You know what I mean? The people they already know what they. I think it's more for people that are like kind of.
I guess in my head, it's more like, and I don't really agree with the school systems, but
it's not like forcing you to do anything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can drop out of school if you want, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of like here, like this is what you're good at. This is what you're good at. If you want to fucking do it, then do it.
Yeah, no, I can see how that could be okay, but I guess like where I'm conflicted, I think is like, and I don't know the ins and outs of it, but like in my head, it's kind of like until you're until you're maybe like a little bit older, I think that maybe
No.
you don't know what you want. So it's like
No, I
you
get.
still need to learn everything because what I don't know. I just think maybe you don't know what your career should be when you're at
No,
that
I get
age.
it. I get it.
But I did though as a crazy. But so at that point it's like I could see that working because like you're saying. But like for instance, like if I was at 15, there I was like, oh, I want to be a chef. They're like, okay, well, so now we're just gonna give you classes like for that are gonna make you like gearing towards that career.
See,
I
like
see what you're saying, but I don't know if that's good. Is what I'm saying. Because
it-
now I'm gonna be a chef, and that's what I'm gonna be, and that's what I'm gonna be, and it's like
and
now I feel stuck that I'm a chef, and it's like I've made something with it, but it's like, man, if I don't work as hard as I do and stuff, it's like my job's hard to make good money in my field, bro. And it's like you're always maxed out until you think or figure out something more, and it's like, shit, man. I wish I knew something else, and I wish that my life was easier, and I wish I could make money easier and smarter than I do. So I think sometimes when a kid at 15 says he wants to be an auto mechanic or wants to be a chef, it's like, okay, but that's not that good of a profession, bro. Like I think you should know. I think I want more for you. I don't think I want you to do that.
yeah.
That's more kind of what I'm saying. Like it's like I get where they're coming from on that style.
Yeah.
But then I think like, you know what? I don't want you to be a chef or a mechanic. I don't want
Yeah.
you to do that. I want something more. I think you should do something smarter or better. Even though we need mechanics and chefs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if I was giving advice to somebody right now, I don't think you should be a chef or a cook. You think you should do something else.
This is kind of related, but I was reading this thing that I guess we're gonna be like super short on trade workers in the next like 10 years on, because like nobody's learning the trades anymore. Nobody's doing electrical anymore. Really, nobody's interested in them in school and shit. Like when they get out of high school, and nobody's like they
I've heard a lot about that. More too, even worse in other countries.
yeah.
Like China and Japan and things like that.
Well, apparently it's coming this way too, because
Not in New Mexico though. No.
I don't know, man. Fucking, it's. I don't know. That's kind of scary to think about, like, because nobody's learning the HVAC systems no more. Nobody's interested. I guess nobody's interested in it. They're not interested in putting in that kind of work. I mean, that's hard work, you know.
Personally, I don't know. I just know a lot of people that do a lot of that stuff. I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's like.
Well, no, it's not like right around the
But
corner.
I get what you're saying. I do
But,
get
like,
what you're saying.
It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a slow thing, and it's not right around the corner. But they're saying in like 25, 30 years, it's gonna be a lot like this younger population, even more so. Like that's just the way it's trending. Like the kids of today, you know what I mean? Like they're definitely not gonna want to learn that shit because it's already showing. But
Yeah, I don't even think it's a certain thing. I just think they don't want to know shit. But TikTok, it's not just like a certain.
it's just the
It's
top.
just the world. It's just work in general and the world in general. There's just not going to be any. You know what I mean? It's just they're just going to die.
Jeez.
We'll probably be invaded by that time and taken over.
Don't
To
say
be
that.
honest with you,
Taken over by who?
whoever
Ain't nobody gonna beat
whoever
us.
wants to.
Ain't nobody gonna beat
Maybe
us.
it will be us. Maybe it'll.
Nobody
be,
will beat
maybe
us.
it'll be internal. You know what I mean? Who fucking knows?
Civil War.
But not even a war, just an internal takeover. You know what I mean? But who knows? I'm just saying, like, I do get it, though, like you're saying, the new generation. But I think it's just, in general, they don't want to do shit in general, you know?
Yeah.
But there are good ones, though, man. Like, I look at, like, I think of my niece and, like her boyfriend. He's a, what's it called? An apprentice electrician right now.
Oh, well, there you
He's
go. That's a
making good money.
prime fucking
And
example.
he's making good money. He's got
There
his
you
own
go.
apartment, 18 years old. Got his own apartment, got his own car, busts his ass all day at work as an apprentice electrician. But I mean, so I do see kids getting it and doing good. And my nephew, he's out there humping it. Now he's installing like alarm systems and fiber optic cables and
Nice.
like retina scan shits.
No
and,
shit. All kinds of technologies.
thumbprints, shits and shit, But so there are kids doing their thing out there, man. But I do get what you're saying. It's like there's a lot that don't want to do anything, bro.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's more of a society thing.
But I think here in New Mexico though, like we work a lot with our hands because that's how we make our money. You know, I'm not trying to be all rude, but there's not that much education, not that much, you know. So it's like if you want to make a decent life for yourself, you're gonna have to be like a maybe an electrician or a fucking I don't know what.
Yeah.
How do you make good money if you don't have no? Got to learn a trade if you don't have an education.
Well, New Mexico will be a small piece of the part that still continues on, you know. But like you look at the rest of the country, who knows?
Who knows? I heard like it's real bad, like in China, bro. Like there's no kids that know any kind of hands-on trade, bro. Like they're all just they got too tied up with that that's brain smart shit, like in the late '90s, early 2000s, and then now it's just like probably more into the 2000s, but they got so concentrated on the academic part of this of everything, and now they're just saying that, and then two, they don't even have kids. I've heard that part too because they depopulated so bad.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge age gap. Like,
or like there's nobody to run the show, you know, and shit like that. That's what I heard. I don't know what's true because it's funny because you get told all this information, but who the fuck is these people to be giving me this information? Because I see a lot of it like podcasts talking about like on Reels about like how the depopulation or the all this shit about kids in China and school and like I hear all that stuff too and. Right away, sometimes I'm quick to be like, oh, you know, oh, that's what's happening and that's what's going on, and even spreading that fucking shit. But I don't know what the fuck. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
definitely crazy.
I watched this Vice documentary. It was on YouTube. It was on Vice's YouTube channel, and they have this series. It's called Resolved. So like they kind of go back and talk about.
That's a cool name for a TV show. They're like, you didn't know shit about it.
Yeah.
Resolve it.
So this is it's mainly I think the series is pretty much all about celebrity deaths, and the episode I watched was Bob Saget.
Oh man.
And because you know we talked about it when it happened, but like you never really heard anything more past what you know what was initially said when he died. This documentary came out a month ago, so it's been like a little over a year since it happened. It happened like in January. I think it was January of 22. So it's pretty interesting. It's some of it's like speculation, you know. Some of it could be coincidence. Definitely kind of weird because he had. Remember, they said he had initially. They said he had some like head trauma. And that he just went to sleep and just didn't wake up. Well, in this documentary, they go into the forensic reports and the investigation, and he had fractures on the back of his skull, all the way over the top of his skull. Fuck? His orbitals were broken.
Somebody killed him, probably, no? Bashed his fucking head. How would that happen?
They on this documentary they interview these neurosurgeons and these people that are experts in their field in like blunt force trauma, and like they interview a trauma emergency room doctor, and she's like, those kind of fractures are like fucking, you know, in a motor vehicle accident, both vehicles like high fucking rate of speed, fucking like she compared it to like, you know, like falling off a fucking building and landing on your fucking head.
So my question is are they getting at that somebody did this to him and he died, or that this happened like they were saying and he tried to like and he was still okay, like saying he was gonna go to bed and shit?
Let me get to that. Okay. So that night he did a comedy show in Florida. And after the comedy show, he goes back to the hotel, fucking
solo.
So takes a selfie with the valet that night. He's seen walking through the lobby, goes up to his room. His room's like at the very end of the hall. There's cameras in the hallway. It's a Ritz-Carlton hotel, so it's like fucking, you know, nice. top of the line. And he goes back to his room. After he goes into his room, like 5 minutes later, you can see his door open, and you see an arm come out and puts a "Do Not Disturb" sign on the door, and the door closes. That's the last time he's like seen. It's his fucking arm. Who knows if it's his arm or not? And then they find him the next day, right?
I'm gonna stop you real quick.
Uh-huh.
Do you use those signs?
I do. Do you?
Why?
Do you?
I have, but
I
I've
always
kind
do.
of stopped because
Do
why?
not disturb
What does it
me.
matter?
You do not disturb
Who's gonna disturb me?
anybody. You do not come in this motherfucking room. For any
They're
reason.
still gonna knock if they want to fucking like if it's maintenance or somebody, right? Like
Why
I'm
is
trying
it-
to
yeah.
think like I was just like because recently like the last couple trips
Well,
I've
yeah.
taken I haven't been in the room that much, so I would forget to put it on or like
Yeah.
But
You know,
I get it. Like if you're like asleep at around 11 and the maid's gonna come, I could see you want to put it on or if like
Sleeping
this is
in.
what I'm gonna.
'Cause
This
they come early.
okay, but this is what I'm.
They'll
gonna,
wake you up.
If you're asleep till 10, they'll wake you up. They're not gonna come earlier than that.
They come early, man. They'll be there at 9,
No,
8:45. They'll be knocking.
I don't know. So let me get you here. So here's another thing though.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna be checking out the next day, checkout time's 11. I really don't put it on because I know I'm gonna be up by like 8 or 9 to start getting my shit together so I can get the fuck out of there. So I wonder why would you go out of your way to like wake up and go put that sign like that unless he knew he. I guess what I'm getting at is if he was gonna be checking out the next day, I don't think he would have been worried to put
What
that
I
sign
find
on.
weird is he did it like 5 to 10 minutes after he first went in the room. I do it right away. If I'm coming in that room and I'm not and I know I'm not leaving again for the night, that sign's going on right when I walk in the room. I'm not walking around the room like, "Oh wait, I forgot to." That's on my mind. That's how I think. I'm like, this sign's going on.
Yeah, I've stopped using it because I'm just like I don't know. Nobody's gonna disturb me. Like who the fuck's gonna come? or
So
what?
okay, so this is another thing. On extended stays, do you let them come in your room and clean and shit when you're not there?
I do.
Do you, if say it's like a 2 or 3 day trip, do you ever just like I'm gonna self-contain this shit? Like when I leave, I'm gonna put the do not disturb sign on.
Like so the maid
Doesn't
so
come in.
I like the maid to come in because like I'll have my trash and everything. I put it to the side for her. Like
I'm
if
not saying, but yeah, I don't know.
I like my I like new towels. I like this is the way I think about it because I worked in the hotels for years and years. That's part of what I'm paying for, man. I want my fucking trash cleaned. I want my floor vacuumed. I want my new towels and I want my bed fucking made. That's part of my fucking money that I'm paying for this room.
Okay.
It's like having a maid when you're fucking like if you're rich, you have a maid at your house. It's like getting that luxury for me. That's how I feel. Like I'm
No,
on
I mean,
vacation.
I mean, they're still gonna clean it up at the very end. I'm still gonna tip them. You know what I mean? They're just gonna clean. I'm not gonna leave it. Everything's still gonna be in the trash cans. If I need when I
No, I like
I'll go ask for towels myself.
No, me, I like that.
I'll leave the bed unmade if I want.
To me, it's an
I'll-
amenity. I like that. I want them to come and clean and do their shit. That's what I'm paying for.
I get in there and if I need something, I'll let you know. You leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's cool too.
You know.
That's kind of weird, but it's cool too. That's
It
for
is.
somebody that's like in there doing drugs and shit. That's how I feel. What the fuck you doing in there, Joe?
Just no, that's just fucking just it's me and fucking people. I just don't want to fucking.
I guess
just
usually,
leave me
too,
alone.
when,
just leave me alone. I'm on vacation.
I
I
don't
don't want to
do-
fucking. I don't want to deal with nobody. I want
Yeah,
to deal with
that's cool,
nobody.
too.
Just leave me alone.
That's cool too. But I think, like I said, I like that. I like that amenity. I want a
okay.
fucking maid. Clean my shit. I'm paying for it.
Back to the murder investigation.
Yeah.
So that's the last time anybody is seen on his room. The arm comes out.
I think a celebrity will probably use those more too, though, huh? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? People are always going to be wanting to fuck with the celebrity.
The housekeeper in the morning should be like, "This is
Or
Bob Saget's
somebody
room."
or who knows what the fuck,
Who knows?
right?
So they don't find him till like the next evening, right? So
Damn.
yeah, all carpet in the room, obviously except for the bathroom, right?
That's crazy. That's a long time, man.
The fall supposedly happened in the room. There was no sign. Get this, for those oh shit, hit the mic. For those injuries, there was no blood in the room. There was no sign of a struggle. There was nothing was cleaned up. He was found in bed in like a natural position, like his arm was on his chest and his arm was at his side, in bed, covered up. Fucking so he entered the room like just before midnight, right after midnight. He sends out a tweet at like 3:50 a.m. It's a picture of him from the comedy show that he did earlier that night. It's him like a selfie with the crowd in the background. He's all smiling, and he tweets, "Man, I'm back in love with this shit." Talking about stand-up comedy. He said, "Thank you so much. Thank the city. Thank the venue for having him." And he said, "Can't wait to come back next time." And sends it out like at 3:50 a.m.
What's he doing in there at 3:50 a.m.? But he ain't asleep.
What you doing, Danny?
Why are you awake at 3:50 on your phone, like tweeting and shit? Like,
So they interview this expert who's like, she looks at the tweet and she's like, it's perfectly grammatically correct. Like there's punctuation, there's no sign of like maybe he was drunk or on drugs, no run-on sentences. Just weird, just something to look at, you know what I mean? She said this thing is like, looks like somebody in their right mind sent it, at 3:50 a.m. He wasn't known for like he'd done drugs early in his life, but I think that he was way past that. I don't know if he drank or whatever, but so he sends that out at 3:50, and when they find him, fucking he all of his stuff, like his normal routine, like he had his cell phone plugged in, his laptop plugged in on the bedside. Fucking, they find that the fucking attached room, the door was unlocked. Nobody had been checked in to that room next door for like a day. But they found the attached room fucking door unlocked, which is like, I don't know about you. Have you ever stayed in a room with an attached door?
a bunch of times.
You check it. Or do you not even think twice about it?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Why wouldn't you check it? Because most of the time, every time I've had it, there's been somebody in that room at that time.
I don't think nobody wants to come and see me butt naked through that door, dog. What the fuck they want to come in for?
It's not about that.
What are they gonna do, dog? Come rob me or something or what? Like,
Who fucking
I guess
knows?
like I don't give a fuck.
Who knows?
Let's roll, dog. I don't know what I'm thinking, dog. You want to smoke some weed? Like, I don't know. I don't think no one's gonna roll up in my room. Maybe if I had kids and I had I would be more conscientious about that.
That's just the way.
I'm crazy. Like the way I feel maybe though is like, I guess if something alarms me, I could get those thoughts going. But like, I don't think no one wants to come in my room. I ain't got no money, dog.
Is it fucked up that I'm always on fucking? I just think like that. Like, I don't think it's like necessarily like paranoia.
Okay, so here's
but like,
from my state of view.
it's just
Okay,
being,
say it was
being
just
cautious.
you.
Just being cautious.
What are they gonna come in? What are they coming in for? He's famous. He's got a lot of shit going on. I'm saying me. Nobody wants to come in my fucking room. What are they gonna do?
I'm talking about anybody.
What are they? I'm just thinking to myself though, like. I think that's why I'm not like.
Do you want to be? Do you want to be fucking sleeping and somebody fucking walks into your fucking room?
Not really, but I don't think they will.
Okay.
But I do check it sometimes. Like if I'm like, I get what you're saying.
Well, I think next time you're gonna fucking check it. After
But
this
sometimes
conversation.
I think there might have been a time where I haven't checked it.
Yeah, you always gotta check it.
I got a question for you then.
Takes 2 seconds.
Let me ask you another question then. How crazy are you? Do you fucking check the other door? Because it's a double door. It's
do you
usually a double door.
Yeah. So,
You have a door and they have a door.
Yeah.
So do you fucking check their door too?
No, I
Do
just
you
make
open your door, check theirs, and then lock yours? Or
No. Fuck no. I ain't trying. That's what I don't want them to do. I ain't trying to do what I don't want them to do. I'm not trying to go into their shit. I don't give a fuck what they do with their door. Right? Make sure my shit's locked. They could open their door if they want. They could look at my door. Fuck them. They ain't coming in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
I've seen enough fucking horror movies. I ain't trying to make it easy for some fucking motherfucker to come in. If they're gonna get in there, they're gonna have to work for that shit.
Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to come in my room. Though. That's just like the way I see on this side.
Why would anybody want to come into my room?
Fuck, you want to come into my room? I ain't got no money. But yeah, no, I get it though. I get the whole thing. I think if you have like, it's just always just me. So I think I don't know. I don't.
Plus, being a celebrity, that's
Worry
got to
about
be
other
weird. That's got to
things,
be
you
weird,
know?
I guess. But anyway, so that door was unlocked. Nobody had checked into that room in over a day.
That's weird
Yeah.
that it was unlocked and stuff. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, how hard would it be to swipe a master key to, like, you know what I mean? But then the camera, you know, there was a camera in the hallway, and they would have seen if somebody would have been in there, I guess. I don't know.
Have you ever checked it and the son of a bitch was unlocked? Do you ever recall that?
No, I don't remember that happening. That's another reason why I think it's odd, you know, because that should be locked. That's
I'm sure
like,
that's like, so the maids, I know maids aren't always going to do their job. No one's always going to do, like, there's always going to be people that aren't going to do their job, but I'm sure that's probably like a checklist thing, right?
Yeah.
For the maid. Just like making sure the fucking toilet bowl's clean, the remotes, and you know how like they have a checklist.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure
I don't know, man. I mean, there's not much more to the story than that, and it's crazy that like it doesn't draw more attention because like just the amount of damage to his skull.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's just like, yeah, makes no sense, right?
No sign of a struggle, no nothing. I don't know.
I would probably want to know. I would want to know what kind of person this guy was. Like, for instance, if he's like gotten hurt in the past and it was like and acts like a bitch or like it's a big deal, or is this some crazy fucker who gets hurt and acts like a fucking like it's like nothing all the time? Like, you know how there's different kinds of people.
No, for sure.
So if he was the kind of person that usually you would ask for help or go, you know what I'm trying to say? If you're that kind of like that kind of person, like for instance, like, you know, like I could cut myself and nothing, but like sometimes I see guys like they cut themselves or burn themselves and they act like it's like a fucking, they got to go to the hospital, you know? So what kind of guy was he? And so that would leave me, that's where I would start. And then, so say he's the kind of guy that like gets a scratch and goes to the ER, then I really know something's wrong with this whole thing because, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I got you. But that's the thing. He sent out that tweet. He didn't call his family. You would think if you fell and fucked yourself up in the bathroom or something, you'd call your wife and be like, "Damn, I just fucked myself up. Like, I might have to go to the hospital."
I'm the other way. I wouldn't want to worry my wife at home. What good is that gonna do? Like, if I need to go to the hospital, I'm gonna go.
Or I'm not saying like let the fucking wife, like necessarily let the wife know, or but like
you could say he cracked your head, right?
But
or
like
bumped your head.
I mean, the valet said he was acting normal. He didn't fall between the fucking club and get into the hotel.
Sounds more like somebody went in and
fucking did him in, bashed his fucking head in. But that's nothing. There was no blood, nothing, no signs of nothing. And I get what you're saying. Like, I was reading the comments of the video, and people were telling their stories, like in the comments. This is on YouTube, and they're like, my uncle, you know, fell off a ladder when he was trimming a tree, kind of bumped his head, thought nothing of it, went to sleep and fucking died in his sleep, brain bleed, you know, like fucking shit happens.
I've heard stories, of course, you know.
Even one person said,
trauma.
Even one person said, like, she just like somebody she knew just like literally like went up and bumped the back of her head on on a cabinet door, something, and she fucking died like fucking 12 hours later, brain bleed.
People
call that the brain bleeds.
Yeah, dude, life is just a trip. When your number's up, your number's up.
For sure. It's a fragile motherfucker. But
or on the other hand, some people fucking go through hell and live. Sometimes
can't die, won't
can't
die.
die.
Can't die, won't die.
Yeah.
So, no, I get that, and then I was listening to all the facts of the case, and like when I say the case, the fucking you know, like the autopsy reports and all that, all the stuff that's public, right? But then this documentary, as they
Damn,
do,
I thought I loved Full House, man.
They
Joe,
fucking,
you ain't playing. You gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah. Well, like documentaries like this tend to do. They start
Bob Saget.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this Danny Tanner murder.
Oof,
Danny Tanner.
that hurts, man.
Yeah. So the documentary starts going off on a tangent, talking about if it was the COVID shot. And like this is when I start tuning out. I'm like now this is speculation, this is bullshit. But you know, the facts are the facts. Like, but then what else they start talking about? They talked about the COVID shot. They start looking at his character. Like, he told dirty jokes. What was he up to? He told dirty jokes. What was he up to? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I knew
we could go on for days about that. It might have been some crazy hooker came in the fucking side room. Fucking, he didn't want to pay her. They got in some shit. She bashed his fucking head in and fucking dipped out the guest door. You know, who knows what's going on? I don't know. But all that would be on camera.
Yeah.
Right?
See, I don't know. So something's a foul.
I know. She came in the duct system.
Yeah.
She came
dropped
in through
down
the
like
duct
fucking
system.
Mission Impossible.
He had a
Right
fetish for cat burglars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Being attacked.
We could go on with that one, but that is weird how it did, like, overnight. You just never heard nothing else, like you're saying. Like, it was like.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Life's just, it's you never know what's gonna happen. He was young, So
fuck yeah, he was.
And he was
had no other health
full
shit
of
going
life.
on.
Yeah.
No, he had just not just, but like he was like getting back into stand up like a lot. Like, he's a funny dude, man.
Sure, he had just made a good amount of money with the Full House coming back and stuff too.
Oh yeah, Netflix money.
He must have been doing, like, his life should have been good.
He seemed like he was a fucking. He seemed like he seemed like he had no crazy shit. Like, but who knows? You never know what's going on with people. But
crazy, man.
Usually when everybody who talks about you has something good to say about you, then
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. But yeah.
Netflix.
Yes. No, it's not on Netflix.
Oh.
It's on YouTube. The documentary you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Vice.
That's right. That's what you had said, Vice.
Yeah. But they apparently it's a series. I'm gonna go look for the other ones. It looks like they did them on Anna Nicole, Whitney Houston, Chris. I don't know if Chris Farley was on. I don't know. They did them on a bunch of celebrity deaths.
Interesting.
Those other ones ain't that mysterious though. You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say.
Like,
yeah, it's like
a bunch of drug addicts.
It's more of just like. You knew what happened. You just getting the info, watching.
I guess. Probably just a bunch of nonsense. Because, like I said, they showed the facts and then started going off on some other shit. So, like, okay, I see what you're doing here.
Wild. Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
It's crazy, man. But I would definitely go see that Guardians.
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it before next week's podcast.
So good,
for sure.
So good. You'll love it, bro.
Makes me want to rewatch the first two before I go. I'm weird like that. I like to catch my mind up with everything because there's shit that I forget, man. There's so many different movies. Like, there's little details you forget. I mean, you could find a good breakdown on YouTube of like Guardians 1 and 2 synopsis or whatever.
This one, the vibe is so different and shit though. You don't even need to. You can because you like to.
Yeah.
But like, it's like the vibe of this movie is like if like they were fucking siblings, bro. All of them. Like, and it's like it's just fucking crazy, bro.
Fuck yeah.
It's yeah.
It's crazy because what's his name? Drax Batista. He said he's fucking done. He said, I'm never playing this character again. He said. Can't fucking do it. He said I've been doing it for too fucking long.
Killed it, man.
He said he's a rare one. In I saw this interview with him not that long ago, and he said he was talking about you look at The Rock, you look at John Cena, and he's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on them. They're not bad actors. He said, but we all came from the same world of wrestling. He said I want to be a legit actor. I want people to think of me as a legit actor. I want you to look at my work and not even think about my wrestling career, And,
well, I can because that's talking shit, but like he was nowhere near as famous as The Rock, like in wrestling. I don't think
no, for sure, or John Cena for that matter.
And then,
but
I get where you're coming from though, and I think he's good.
But he's been in a lot of other movies. He was in that M. Night
Man,
Shyamalan movie. I didn't get a chance to see it.
I think he's blown past Cena for sure. Cena's like a fucking B-lister, man. Like he'll always be for me. Like he's in the new Fast, so we'll give him that.
He's actually a good actor, man. He's actually pretty funny.
I don't know why. When I see him, all I think is
He's even lost a bunch of muscle, I think, because of that. I think because he was fucking huge. Like when he first, when he was just getting out of the wrestling. And I think he slimmed up a little bit.
He's just too goofy looking for me. Fucking looks like Ernest. So it's like, to me,
Ernest.
He looks just like Ernest, bro. So like, I just can't take him. I just don't see it. Yeah, I just can't do it, bro. For me, that's just my opinion on Cena.
Okay.
I think The Rock is better than him and way more famous than him. The Rock, though, he overdid it, man.
See, I'm done with The Rock.
I'm done with The Rock just because he overdid it. But Batista, he's good. He's a good actor, man. I like him.
Yeah.
I like Stuber. Stuber was good.
No, I'm not talking. I like him, but I'm just saying that that interview.
No, I get what you're saying.
The interview, he's like, when this is all said and done, I'm gonna be the last actor standing. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not doing this to fucking do these fucking character actor like what The Rock and John Cena do. They play fucking... The Rock plays the same fucking character in every movie he's in. He's the same fucking person. John Cena, he's a little bit better. But like Batista, he was in that M. Night Shyamalan movie, we're knocking at the door, neighbors knocking at the door, whatever the fuck. And
that movie Stuber's good.
No, he's a legit fucking actor. And that's what I was getting at, is like he's made it known that that's what he's fucking...
Man, his performance in Guardians of the Galaxy, this third one. Fuck.
Yeah. Nah, can't wait.
Yeah, it was fucking good. Yeah.
Next week I'll talk about it. I'm gonna go see it. We can get more in depth on it because I don't want to spoil it. Right on, man. Got anything else?
Nah.
Wrap this motherfucker up.
Wrap it up.
Till next week, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, AJ and Joe Show. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up.
Have a good week.
AJ and Joe Show. We're out.